Here's our third coon. Well, he's got that all tore up. This is our third coon in this set right here. You've seen it. I've had the other two. Blind set under this tree root here. You know, I thought this was going to be a great mink and muskrat spot because of the rat toilets and stuff, but I can't keep the coon out of it. But the coon are probably worth more than the rats and mink anyway. So looks like to be a nice jumbo. We'll take care of him and do the remake here. Nice big boar right there. No accident, that one trap back underneath there for, I mean, we've had these sets here for, about a week, 7 days, I think, 7 nights. 3 coon in this first set here, just working along this edge. As you notice, these coon are held really good with this 1.5 double jaw Duke here. Almost got myself held. The reason being, they can't get underneath as easy to work on that foot. That's why I like these a lot. I haven't lost a coon yet. I think it has a lot to do with these double jaw Dukes. I would really think about getting some of these. Those bigger traps, the 2s, 1s and 3/4 that a lot of people use. I think the 1.5 obviously is the premier coon trap out there, and if you can get that double jaw, that's what I would go for. Then that really decreases your coon losses. So we're gonna just put this back in here, set that right there along that edge, put the chain down in the water, and we're on our way. I know that them mink run through here. We've caught a lot of mink here over the years, and mink tracks. When I set this, a lot of rat toilets here, as I showed you, but I think the coon are keeping the rats away. But all in all, set produced 3 nice big coon. You can't beat that. We'll head on down the road. See if we got some more. This muddy bank right here, it's a good place to make a good eye appeal set. I'm gonna use my trowel here, and basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shave this out here up along this bank, kind of make this all flat. All right, now once I do that, I want to smooth this all out with the mud. I'm going to take some of that mud and put it up here on the bank. Move that down through here. Really slick this up a lot. Make a lot of eye appeal here. I want as much eye appeal as I can get. Take some of that. Get it all over here. Really make that inviting to the animal if he's coming up by here. So now that I've done that, I'm just gonna probably put my trap right here. I'm gonna make a bed for it right here at the corner. And I'm gonna lay my trap right here. I'm gonna bed my trap there. I'm gonna use a Berkshire disposable stake. I'm gonna use a little less wire here. Take off about a foot or 2. Take my trap. I'll tell you, these disposable stakes, they are unbelievable. They revolutionized coon trapping for me anyway. Used to be I'd have to lug in rocks and tie wire on and drags and things of that nature. These things go in very easily, and they will hold any coon that you come in contact with. It's amazing how good they really are. So get that in there, pull that out, set my trap here, another Duke 1.5 double jaw, and that trap's gonna lay right there. Bed that right in there. That's only in about 1 inch of water. That water's just covering that pan. What I'm gonna do with my chain and my excess wire is just jam that right into the bank there, right into the mud, and cover that over with mud. So we got this trap bedded, about 1 inch of water, and that's perfect. That's slick up right there. It's all, the bank's all good eye appeal. Any coon that was working down or up this bank's gonna see all that mess right there. I'm just gonna throw a little bit of Mountain Man in there, and we'll be on our way. Get a good dose of that. Get that right there on the bank. Take that stick, jam it right in there. And that's gonna work for me. Any coon or mink come down through here, this is, you know, coon season, so this is a coon set. But this set will take mink too. They'll come over to investigate this. You got a good working set here, and this set will take a lot of coon for you. They're always investigating, always looking for something to get into, very mischievous, and I'm excited about this. We've caught coon here before, and there's a little bit of sign here, so hopefully we'll come back tomorrow and have one for you. That's a big old boar right there. He's a nice one. We're gonna get him dispatched and remake the set, and go from there. He didn't tear it up too bad here. Still got a good place to set our trap, and got a lot of sign here. He tore it up a little bit. I'm not gonna re-lure it. Make sure you get that right in there next. About 1 inch or 2 of water. Get that wire back in this mud. And we're ready to go. That's all there is to it. Very quick on the remake. This is a big coon trail coming out. There's just a little ditch right here. There's some muskrats in it. We're gonna make a couple muskrat sets up here, but we got a lot of coon traffic. There's 2 trails through here. There's one here and there's one up here, and I'm gonna show you both of them. But what these coon do, they come from across the road here, and they work into this cornfield, which is behind us here. There's good places for connies here. In Pennsylvania, we're not allowed to set the connies on land. They have to be in a water course. So instead of moving my connie down at the water edge, I'm gonna just put a couple, probably 1 pocket set and maybe a smooth set, and throw a little fish oil in some pockets. I'm gonna show you both of those real quick. But we got a lot of coon traffic here. You can see the trail where it goes down in under this brush. And the other one up here is real good too. So I'm looking to catch some coon here tonight. We just stopped by here. We're about a week into the season, and we're just getting up this way. But I'm excited about the sign that we have here. You know, that's one thing you can look for when you're out there on your line. If you have cornfields, soybeans, food sources in these farming communities all across the country, coon are going to be in these places. It's bar none. They're going to be there. They have the food availability, and especially I really like where there's these farm ditches where the runoff goes into the ditches. There's ditches all over here in Pennsylvania and through the Midwest and the Northeast, and even though the corn's cut, they still have, you know, a lot that they miss. So they're going to be working this whether it's up or down. They're going to still work this area. They're going to work these fields. And if you put your sets in these locations, you're going to increase your chances for success dramatically. We have these good coon trails here where they're working out from the little waterway here, which basically just a mud ditch about 5 feet wide. You're going to see it in a second when I show you these sets. But you have a tremendous amount of fur bearer traffic. You're going to have mink run these areas. You're going to have coon. You're going to have muskrats. These ditches attract that because the food source is here. The muskrats attract the mink. The corn attracts the coon, the corn attracts the muskrats. So you have a little ecosystem in all these farming communities. And if you're looking to catch coon, these are the type of places you want to look for. You can see the claw marks here, the footprints, everything. And I'm excited about this. There's a lot of sign here. I don't know how many coon are here. I'd say a good 6 or 8 coon that'll work in this ditch area. And I may get some muskrats here. There is some muskrat sign, it looks like, but there are coon tracks there, and I know there's coon working out through there because that's all coon tracks on the other side. So just gonna throw a 1.5 in here, 1.5 Duke coil, get that set. I try and keep them as easy as possible. I'm gonna check this trap. Yeah, that's pretty good. I try and keep it as easy as possible. I don't like to take a lot of gear with me. As you can see, I basically just have my traps, a little bit of wire, and once in a while I'll throw some lure or something like that on a Berkshire disposable stake in my drowning sets. But these sets are very easy to construct. It's very, very simple. It's very easy as far as time-wise. You don't spend a lot of time. I don't like spending a lot of time in each set. I like to get as many sets out as possible. And these type of sets here will take every critter in the neighborhood, whether it be a mink, a muskrat, or a coon that comes by here. They're going to investigate this, and we're going to get a good crack at them. Just tie this off on the swivel. That's one thing I failed to mention so far. Another reason why I like to Duke traps is because they have that swivel on the end of every trap. And I'll show you here in 1 second what I'm talking about after I wire this off. Just wire this off to this stump right here. And then I'm just going to take it up and wrap it around that little core right there. And that's all I really need on that. But what I was talking about, these swivels on the end with just a J-hook for these Dukes right here. And these swivels allow those animals to rotate. I know a lot of you guys out there use swivels, but if you're just starting out, I recommend putting swivels if they're not on your traps. And that's one thing, it's easier on the animals. Another thing, you're gonna have a lot less pullouts and things because it allows them some mobility. And if they get around a tree or a stump and they're rotating, they're gonna twist that up real quick. And it's just easier on them, as I said, and it's you're gonna have a lot more fur in your traps when you get there. But this set's pretty much done already. All I really got to do, make a place here for my trap. I'm gonna use my trusty trowel. Just gonna shave that out just a tad bit. I'm gonna rotate that down right there. I just shave that out, rotate what I have down into, scrape that off. And that's gonna make a spot for me now. And just jam it down in. And that's nice and flat right there. That's a good hard place for me to set my trap. And that's gonna allow me some stability with my trap there. Just place that trap in there as such. Move this out of the way. Get this down here. I'm gonna jam that right into the bank. Cover that up just a little bit with those weeds. And that set's done. As you can see, it doesn't take too much to put these in. Trap, wire, and stick. I do use drags, which you've seen, or I'll show you later. I like those 2-prong grapple drags for coon, mink, and muskrat situations. That gives them a little, leeway also, but they're not going to pull that very far. They're going to be somewhere right in the general 5 to 10 foot vicinity if you do catch. Even a big bore coon's not going to pull that very far. It's too much stuff to get lodged in here. So that's pretty good. We got a lot of traffic here. This is a good set. That trap's in about an inch of water. Basically, I want enough water to cover the trap. And that allows me, if any mink or muskrat come by, to have a good chance at them also. So we're gonna move upstream about, well, maybe 10 feet, and we're gonna throw a pocket set in. Use a little lure on that one. This is gonna remain a blind set. So if they are running in pairs or threes, get a good crack at one there and have another crack at another here. And we do have another set that we're gonna put in up on another trail just like this, which if they go that route, I'll have them covered there also. So let's go up here and put another set in.
Email us today for a free catalog to browse all of our traps and snares, baits and lures, and much more. Get all of your trapping and predation control needs by emailing to info@NorthAmericanTrapper.com for your free catalog. Proven products equals proven conservation.
Jam that in. Rotate. I'm going to make a pretty big pocket here because I want to make some good eye appeal here. I'm going to make this a good eye appeal set. So I'm going to get right back in there and just keep digging. And this is going to be a good set for what comes along this bank. We have a lot of coon traveling here, and this is going to be a coon set, but this set will take mink and muskrat if they come down through here also. What I like to do then is take my Berkshire stake driver, and I like to make a hole up in there for a place to put my bait or lure. So it stays, and I like it about 2 to 3 inches up off the water level. So that allows me, if there's any rain or whatever, that allows me to raise in water level and still have my smell or my bait still giving the attention that I need to the set. Give me a little bit more wire. Another 1.5 here. As you can see, I use the 1.5 exclusively for all my mink, coon, and muskrat sets. It's a really good universal trap. Get that there. Put that in there real quick. Tie this wire off again to the swivel. .14 gauge wire, as I've said. That's pretty good universal wire. That's going to hold any coon you get. And we got that. We got a good place for our trap in about an inch, inch and a half of water. I like it right at the base of the hole. I like to have the middle of my trap. If you shave the bank or there was a straight line where the bank meets the bank, I like the pan to be even with that. So I'm gonna get my lure or bait back in there far enough to where they're gonna have to get down there and investigate. I want them to get their nose down in there. So that's in probably about an inch and a half of water. I'm just gonna put some of my Mountain Man lure here. We've been doing well on that so far. About half and half on blind sets and half on the lure. But this is good stuff. I expect to have some action here tonight. Get a good liberal dose. Get that up in there. That set's done now too. As you can see, we got 2 sets in here in about 5 minutes. One good trail set there, blind set, pocket set. These coon work along here. They're gonna smell that, and they're also gonna go there on their own. I like to make a lot of sets that I get them in their own natural travels to where they're not thinking about anything, not looking for anything. That's a good place. Those animals are used to climbing up over there. They're used to, you know, working through that area, getting up over that bank. They're not looking for food in that situation. They're thinking about that corn up on top. They're not looking for anything. So they're in their natural travels. And you're going to catch them in those blind set situations also. But you can put these sets in along with them because the coon do run in pairs, 3 sometimes. You come in here and you may have a double. So we're looking, hopefully we'll have a double tomorrow. But I'm excited about these sets. It's exactly what I'm looking for in a situation. Good sign, a lot of animal traffic. Working both sides of the bank, working this side, working across this little water inlet here to get to that corn and their feed source. So we're gonna head up, show you that other coon trail, make another set there. Gonna do a really big eye appeal set up there and put some fish oil in. I think we're gonna use fish oil there and stay away from any lure or bait. So you can try different methods and they'll all work for you, hopefully. Well, let's head on up there and see what we got. Oh, I thought I had, I thought this pocket set here held the coon, but it's actually that blind set that we made that has the coon. Got him in a back foot, right where he's trying to climb up over there. Well, we'll take care of this coon here and remake this and go up and see if we have anything in them other 2 sets we got there yesterday. As you can see, this set's a little tore up. It looks like he was up in here also. This is where they're climbing up. I showed you this set yesterday. This was a blind set. That trap was just placed right here. Right down there in the mud where they're climbing up over. Just had on this little drag. He didn't go far at all. Got him in a back foot. Probably he was going up, I'm thinking. Coming down, it would have been a front foot. But not a monster, but still a coon nonetheless. These sets are quite deadly if you get into an area where, you know, you just follow the sign. The sign's going to tell you a lot about, you know, what's in the area, what's working the area. And if you pay attention to it, I mean, you can catch them without bait and lure, as you can see here. I'm just going to clean this out a little bit. And we're back in business. Like I said, not a big coon, but still a coon nonetheless. Let's run up here and see if we have any more in them 2 sets up above. This little guy here is playing possum with us. He don't know if we know he's here or not. He does now. What's he doing? Well, anyway, this culvert set right here, as you can see, these culvert sets are pretty productive. This guy here, I don't know if he was coming up or coming down, but any coon that's going to work this area is going to work through this culvert to get to the other side. And you know, we had a lot of sign here, and we got that one down there at that blind set, and this was a blind set also, pretty much. Just where they come out of the culvert here, working down along this side underneath the road. So we're going to take care of this coon here and remake this set and go from there, see if we can catch some more. Don't pass up these culverts. They're definite travel ways for coon. Mink will use those too in situations where there are mink. And as you can see, we just set these yesterday. Got 2 coon and 4 sets in the other set. And the other set had a coon track on it, so they're very productive. Don't pass them up. Got herself another nice coon, and we're on our way. Let's go up and get that other one out. There he is. Oh, here's this other coon here. Got it tied off to this wire here. Got him by a back foot. Don't pass up these culvert situations. These things are well worth. I don't know how good he's in there, but let's see what we got here. Come on out here, buddy. We'll take care of this coon here, and then I'll do the remake. Be careful here. He may come running out at me. Boy, he's a big old bruiser, boy. He is a monster. God, that's a big coon. That is a big coon. This is our 7th coon in 4 sets up through here. I'm gonna pull out today. I know that the farmer said he saw about 10 over the summer, but 7 coons plenty. Got 4 in that culvert set, 4 straight nights. It rained a lot last night. As you can see, this is a lot higher, and it ruined a few of my sets out there, but I was tickled pink to have this guy. I didn't have too much today. All of them were out of the, 2 feet deep in water a lot of places, but we're gonna take care of this coon and pull out and save this spot for next year. Remember out there, you don't always need that lure. I know I've stressed it a couple times, but this was a total blind set. We had a little pocket set over there where we showed you we caught one. And that culvert set was all blind sets. That's just working their travel ways. These are the areas that you can pick your coon up in. Nice big coon. I'm gonna head on out. Got another little feeder stream that works in. Them coon work along this bank. You can see right here where they run down over. So I'm gonna try and lure them in here. We're just gonna put a pocket set in. I'm gonna slick it up real nice. You'll see how I do this. Basically, I'm just gonna take my trowel, get right in there. Once I get that dug out, get a good spot for my trap here, I want to make a little hole up in here. So I just take this driver right there, and that's where I'm going to put my bait. Right there on that little shelf in that hole. That's all I'm going to do. Very simple setup. I'm going to put my bait in first. This is just like a fish-based bait. You can use anything out there. There's a lot of good things on the market. But I like a good fishy smell, so we're gonna get a stick here. Get a good gob. We'll put that right there on that shelf in that little hole I made. These sets are very productive in these situations. You get a lot of fur bearer traffic on these little streams, especially in farmlands. And all across the country have a lot of farmlands. And they're gonna work both sides of these streams, working in the water, looking for crayfish, frogs, whatever. And these sets right here will take about every coon that comes by. You'll even get a lot of making these sets, but we're making this set for coon because we have a lot more coon traffic here than mink, I believe. Just gonna take a piece of wire about 6 feet long. I'm gonna actually just use this rock here as my grounder. There's a lot of different, it's too rocky here to use a disposable stake for my drowner, so I'm going to use this rock, wrap that around, like that, and there we have that around there like that. Now I'm also going to take it and wrap it the opposite way. So now that's on there like that. That's gonna be my drowning weight. Just wrapped around both ways. Gonna take my trap, using a Duke 1.5 coil here. Get that set. And then the upper anchor is just going to be the Berkshire disposable stake that I like. All we're going to do is take that, tie that off on that upper side. And then we're just going to drive that in to the bank right here. All right, that's in there. Get that stake out. Wash that off. Now I'm just gonna, that's in my upper drowner there. Yeah, that's not coming out of there. So now I got my drowner, my upper anchor. Get that drowner right out in the water. Straighten that out, nice and taut. Get that trap right here at the hole, right there at the edge of the hole. That's where we want that. Slick that up just a little bit in case something comes down the other side, taking a peek up this little inlet here. You might see that activity, come over and investigate if they can't smell it. So let's slick that up a little bit. I'm also in this situation where those coon are working this bank. I'm going to take some water right up to here and make a little trail for them to come down. So there's that. That set's about done. I got my bait in the hole, got my trap, got my anchor at the top and the bottom, drowning weight. That's only about 2 feet of water right there, but that's deep enough to drown pretty much any coon. They get out in the water. Any mink also. These sets will be very productive for you on your line if you put them in. One other thing, these type of streams right here, you can probably hear the cars going by. There is a good chance for theft here. If you make these sets close to the bridgeways and things of that nature, I recommend you check them real early in the morning. I am here pretty much right at daylight, so I know if I have something, I'm going to be able to get it out, because this is very visible from the road. I have a set downstream about 50 yards that had a coon 2 days ago, and there was tracks of a guy that walked down, and he must have seen the trap, because right where my trap was in the sandbar, he turned around. So I do have other people in here looking at my stuff, so I want to make sure that I'm here in the morning and take care of these animals before anybody else can see it. But that's about it. Slick it up a little bit. I got my bait in the hole, trap right at the hole. The trap's in about 1 inch of water, and I got my drowner. So that's about all there is to it. You can put a lot of these sets in a day, and they're very productive, and hopefully we'll come back here tomorrow and have something to show you. Well, this pocket set connected for us. That's a pretty big coon right there. That's a nice coon. Anyway, let's get this up. This is just that little pocket set. Put this in about 3 or 4 days ago. And this is the first one we got here. There's some other tracks there on the sandbar, so it looks like a couple of them came up through here last night. And we got one of them, so we'll remake this, and hopefully we'll get the other one on the way back down through.
Email us today for a free catalog to browse all of our traps and snares, baits and lures, and much more. Get all of your trapping and predation control needs by emailing to info@NorthAmericanTrapper.com for your free catalog. Proven products equals proven conservation.
Well, she tore that set all up. Well, we got a double. We got two of them. We got another one down here too. Down here on this point. Yeah, we got one minute tree. Well, I made these. I actually got three sets here. There's a pocket set down around the corner here. I didn't have anything in, but we got a nice double. Looks like the coon were running last night. It's awfully wet today. So we'll take care of these two and remake these and see if we can get a couple more tomorrow. There's been a lot of coon sign here, and I'm looking to take 5 or 6 coon out here. What we have on top here is a cornfield, and these coon work along this bigger waterway out here and work up into this cornfield. I think most of them are staying down under the bridge, and they work their way up through the bridge at night. But we're going to go down here and take care of this coon and remake these sets. When they work up under this bridge here, there's a trail here, and they come right over, and they walk right beside this log, and the trail goes right up along the bank here. And I can see some more coon tracks in there going up the hill, so we got more coon working this area. And that track goes right there. I just bed her down in, push that chain down in the mud, about an inch and a half of water, and that's all I need. That coon's gonna work there automatically. If you wanted to, you can put a little lure or fish oil here on the stump just to keep them occupied, but I like to make a lot of blind sets, and I feel like getting the animal in their natural travel way on their own and not looking for anything and not inspecting, you just walking along is the best way. They're not anticipating anything, so that's a good set, and it's raining. I don't know if it's going to bring the water up. I set this gut last year. I set it on a Thursday and didn't check the weather report, and it rained all night long, all day. The water was probably about 8 feet higher than we are right now in 2 days, so I lost 3 of those 4 traps. And it's raining today, and I made the same mistake. We just set these yesterday, so. But anyway, got 2 coon. I'm gonna go up and remake that set, show you that, and we'll get out of here and head on down the road, see if we have some more. Make it look like that's being worked. Reset the trap. That's just gonna go right there. Nice, tight, right in there. These coon are normally working right along this bank right here. And you know, I'll generally just walk along a stream like this. And they're a creature of habit. They're gonna walk the same place. Each coon that comes up is gonna pretty much walk the same place. That's our 4th coon taken in this spot right here. We got about 4 sets. You saw a double that we got the other day. We got one yesterday, and this one today. So that's 4 in 3 nights. I'm tickled pink about that. I would say there's probably 6, 7, maybe 8 coon working this area. I've taken half of them out of here, so I'm gonna pull out. The reason I'm gonna do that, and I would suggest that, you know, other trappers do this, we are out here for the purpose of helping these animals. And I don't want to stay. I don't want to take that last animal. I don't want to, you know, exterminate them. I want this to be a good place for me every year. And I know if I come in here, take a few out, it's going to sustain a healthy population. They're not going to get diseases. Mother Nature doesn't have to take over. And that's what we as trappers are out here for. We're out here we're out here to help these animals. I know it's a cruel kindness, for the ones that we take, but in the long history of animals, it's going to help them, and we as trappers, we have to understand that and really get that knowledge to the public. You know, I mean, I've taken 4 coon here in 3 nights. I'm tickled about that. I would have stayed here a week. I plan on catching 4 or 5 here, but you know, I'm not going to leave it here, and I think that I've done my job here, and I got some coon to skin, and I'm going to make a couple bucks here, but I know it's about making money at times, and I know it's about putting up big numbers, but numbers don't mean as much to me as they do a lot of other guys. The healthy populations of animals means more to me, so that myself, when I'm getting older, and my kids and future generations have these animals in these areas. And the best way to do that is keep a healthy population, and that's what I feel I'm doing, and that helps me.
North American Trapper Predation Packages. Get any one of our specific trapping packages that has been ultimately designed to help you become the master predation controller of your farm, ranch, or hunting lease. Control the predators that are costing you time and money, and get out there trapping today with one of our North American Trapper Predation boxes. All of the packages come with the trapping essentials to get you out in the field, plus an instructional DVD that will show you the way. Visit us at NorthAmericanTrapper.com and start breaking dirt today.